Howdy friends, Wes here. Got something new I want to try out. An idea I had for a series of videos. Um, you know, I've been collecting records for a while now, but I didn't really start buying music until the 90s really. So anything that was before the 90s, a lot of it I haven't heard, period. I mean, a lot of my collection here, the top two shelves basically are all stuff that I've listened to and decided is stuff I want to keep, but these bottom areas here is a lot of stuff that I've bought over the years that you know, maybe I've listened to. A lot of it I haven't listened to. A lot of really classic albums in here that I haven't listened to yet, and I sort of use this as my personal record store. Anytime I'm in the mood to listen to music, I just dig through and pick out some stuff from here and clean it and listen to it. So it's kind of fun. I keep these well stocked with stuff, and just, you know, I buy a lot at thrift stores, as you know if you watch my videos. So anyway, I want to do this series of videos that are basically as I'm going through listening to things for the first time. If I find something that really catches me off guard, blows me away, whatever, I want to showcase those albums and you know, say I think this album's really great. It's something that, of course, I never knew about. Maybe you didn't know about. Maybe you overlooked it, or if you're my age, you never heard it when it originally came out. So let's go ahead and get this started. So the first album I want to feature is Supertramps' Crime of the Century. This is their third album, released in 1974. This is a concept album. As you know, I do love concept albums, and it's a concept album in the fact that it's very dramatic. It tells a story of a character named Rudy, who, as he's coming into life, coming into himself in his early years, he realizes that he really doesn't fit in with society. He doesn't really fit in with the norm, or fit in with the way people want him to act and whatnot. So this album sort of starts out with the first track, which is called School, which is where he's first realizing that he doesn't really fit in with society. He doesn't really relate to people well. Has trouble with that in school. And then on the second track it moves into, it's called Bloody Well Right, which is one of the hits off the album, where he is sort of fallen in with a rough crowd, and he thinks, well, maybe these people are kind of misfits, maybe I can fit in with these people, and he tries to get them to you know, befriend them, I guess, and that sort of doesn't work out either for him. You know, they just want to be unruly, and he's not really wanting to be that way. And then the third track is called Hide in Your Shell, and this is where, sort of after that experience of trying to fit in with the other misfits, he sort of retracts into his shell, sort of, and just hides from everybody, and just tries to avoid confrontation, avoid any kind of communication with people. And then that moves on to the fourth track called Asylum, where he is actually sent to an insane asylum, and sort of it talks about his internal struggles there, and you know, he's thinking, well, maybe I'm the normal one, and everybody else is crazy for trying to follow, you know, the society, the way things are done. Sort of basically on this theme of the crime of the century is sort of a theme about how the 20th century has sort of turned us all into sort of, you know, almost like, you know, the machine kind of, or you know, sort of make everybody the same. Nobody has really any uniqueness anymore. You know, there's everything follows trends and whatnot. And so then the next song, which is the other hit off this album, is called Dreamer, and it's just more of a talking about how it's more of an instrumental sort of poppy track, just sort of getting more into who Rudy is and whatnot. And then the next track it flows into is called Rudy, which is more of a track sort of getting into who Rudy is as a person. And then it sort of starts coming to a conclusion with the 7th track called If Everyone Was Listening. And in Everyone Was Listening, it's sort of him near the end of his life, sort of coming to terms with the fact that he's never really going to fit in with society. He's never really going to be part of the, you know, the norm in society. So it's just sort of a conclusion to the track, to his life. And then the final track, which is called Crime of the Century, which is the title track of the album, sort of just wraps everything up and goes over the whole theme of the album, which is, you know, how the 20th century has sort of destroyed personality somewhat, destroyed individuality somewhat. And I think this is just a really great album. Like I said, it's one of those ones that caught me totally off guard. Wasn't really didn't really know what to expect with this. I didn't really expect a concept album at all from this, and that's what I got, which I love. The only other thing from Supertramp I've heard before is Breakfast in America, which I do like, but I like this a lot better. This is more proggy. There's a lot of Pink Floyd influences in here, and I think maybe they influenced Pink Floyd themselves some as well. If you like Pink Floyd's The Wall, you're gonna love this. It's along those same lines. So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to feature this. It's a pretty readily available album. I highly recommend it. You can find this used pretty easily. It was also reissued in 2009, and I actually have a reissued copy in the mail now on the way to me. It actually should be here tomorrow. So I'm excited to get that. But so yeah, that's my #1 feature for this series I want to start of classic albums for the first time. So thanks for watching, and let me know what you think. Cheers.